Thanks for watching Crystal Hoyt Beauty. I am Crystal Hoyt. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm a makeup artist with over 16 years of experience, and I also have experience in the entertainment business as I was a touring musician full-time for about 7 years. So I decided I wanted to share something with you all. It's been my personal secret for long-lasting, bulletproof, sweat-proof, humidity-proof, stay on all day foundation. I'm actually going to do this very quickly because I'm about to head out to go meet my husband for a little patio dinner date, and it is hotter than 7 hells in Tennessee right now. So we haven't had a lot of rain, so we haven't had it that bad right now, but it's been really, really hot. So I'm going to be doing my foundation routine that I have kind of put together with my makeup knowledge over the years, and then also my knowledge of being on hot festival stages performing all summer long. But I'm going to share with you what has worked amazing for me and what I know to be products that are made for staying on, as well as products that are still made to feel very lightweight. Y'all have a good one. Come back and see me soon. Subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and let me know what videos you want to see next. Thanks, guys. Let's get started. I have my brows and eyes completed, and if you're curious of the products that I have on my eyes right now, I'll actually be revealing that at the very end of the video. Now I'm taking it back to the good old days. This is a tried and true, very lightweight lotion moisturizer with sunscreen that I've already prepared my face with. I've used this for years as part of this routine, and it's great because it does moisturize lightly, but doesn't affect the wear of the other products that I'm gonna be applying on top of it. The next step is gonna be to prime your skin. For oilier skins, I like to use the Smashbox Photofinish primer. For normal skins, I like the Mercier oil-free, and for drier skins, I like the Too Faced Hangover primer. Now, typically my skin is a little bit drier, but this time of year, I'm a little bit more normal, so I'm gonna be using the Mercier oil-free primer. Now, I notoriously love primers that have a light reflective, luminous property to them, but this is one time you do not wanna use a primer that has that effect, because your skin is automatically going to default to becoming a bit more luminous whenever you're out in humidity or begin to sweat. Next, I need to begin working on that under eye area. So it's not prepared yet with moisturizer, so here I'm applying a lightweight under eye moisturizer to prepare that skin before I apply my corrector. The corrector I'm going to apply just to these inner corners of the eye where you can see that I've got a lot of deep blue pigmentation, and that's going to help to brighten and lift out some of that blue before I apply a concealer. I'm pressing this out with a beauty blender, but I don't want to overly blend this in. Next, we need to apply foundation. Now, it's really important with this step that we are using a foundation that is specifically formulated for anywhere from 10 to 14 hour wear. So we're gonna be using foundations that are built to last on the skin. For oilier skins, I like a matte finish, and this one has more of a medium to full coverage, so if you have any problems with acneic skin, the Perfection Lumiere from Chanel is perfect. For normal skins, I like to use the Mercier Flawless Fluid, and for drier skins, the Double Wear All Day BB Glow from Estee Lauder. Because of my skin type, this time of year I'm in between these two formulas. Since it's daytime, I want the more natural finish instead of a glow, so I'm going to be using the Mercier Flawless Fluid. You shake this one really well before applying, and then I apply a little bit to the back of my hand using a synthetic bristled foundation brush so I can blend this out onto my skin and control how much product is going onto my skin. And then I'm going to go back with my beauty blender and just press in to make it look the most like skin as possible. Now, though this is 2 steps, it's very quick. I'm not spending a lot of time on this part of the process. This foundation gives a nice sheer to medium coverage, and you'll see me zoom in here. You can see it looks just like skin. It's very natural, and the color is nice and even. And I work in sections, so that way I have a chance to really work in an area instead of just trying to pile it on all over my face at once. Now, this is a big part of the secret of having this long-wearing foundation that still looks natural. This is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Powder Foundation. Now, I'm taking a little bit out of the top, pressing it off into the lid to remove the excess product, and then I'm going to be buffing this on top of my foundation for added coverage, but also for staying power. There is something about applying a mineral foundation over your liquid that binds the two together and they stay on like nobody's business. I do not like to use this by itself because I do feel like it settles in lines and pores, and I do not recommend the matte formula of this foundation at all. And it's also important to understand that this product is not a setting powder. This is an actual foundation in a mineral formula. So you're going to want to make sure and use just enough to add that coverage that you want and to give more of that flawless finish, but you're not going to be using this in place of a setting powder. Next, I'm going to be finishing the concealing process underneath my eyes by using the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I'm going to put a little bit again on the back of my hand. A little bit of this goes a long way. It has full coverage. I'm just going to be using this underneath my eyes, painting it on with a concealer brush and dragging it down my cheek just a bit to highlight as well. And then I'm going to be pressing it out as well with a beauty blender to finish blending. And here you can see why I'm dragging it down the cheek just a bit. It brings the entire under eye area forward, so that way it all blends together into that cheek and makes the under eye area look less sunken in. So that's why you want to pull it down on the cheek just a bit to brighten. From here, you want to go into the rest of your process of highlight, contour, bronzing, and cheeks, anything else you're going to be putting on your face before you finish the setting process. So right here, I'm contouring using my Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I'm not going to go through all the details of what I'm doing here because I do have this detailed in another video that I'll include in a link underneath if you're curious about the rest of the contouring process for this palette. But basically at this point, you're going to use whatever bronzers and blush and other powder products or cream blushes that you're going to be using to add more color to the skin before you finish your final setting process. So now that I have all of my contour and bronzer and highlight applied, I'm blending it in and I'm going to begin my setting process. I'm going to be using the Pale Yellow Powder from Bobbi Brown, which gives a little bit of brightening and also sets great. I'm using a dampened beauty blender to tap on this powder so it just lightly applies it. And I'm going to let that excess powder sit on my face while I do my lip primer and my blush, as you see here. I'm going to apply way too much blush, as you'll notice. And the reason I'm doing this, it's going to look crazy, obviously. As I buff in that excess powder as part of the setting process, I'm going to be blending that into the blush and blending that blush down till it looks soft and natural. Now I'm just going to be completing the rest of my makeup. So I'm applying my lip liner. I'm going to fill in most of my lip. I'm using a great longwear lip pencil here as well. And then I'm going to apply my lip color over this. And to complete more of a special occasion look, since I'm going on a date, I'm taking a little bit of a shimmer highlighter here to the top of my cheekbone. If you do tend to get super shiny, then I would recommend skipping this step and sticking with a more matte highlighter for the skin and not a shimmer. Now, just like using a top coat to seal your manicure, we're going to use a setting spray to completely seal all of this makeup and make it all stay on. Now, before I discovered setting sprays, just setting the foundation with powder with this technique works fantastic. But the beauty of the setting spray is it sets all of your makeup, not just the foundation. So we're talking eyeshadows, eyebrows, lips, everything. The setting spray that I like for normal to oily skins is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and for normal to dry skins, the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Setting Spray. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro, and I'm going to be misting this lightly all over my face. It's not going to disturb any of the makeup, so don't be nervous about that. Now you can see me fanning this to help it dry a little bit. As they begin to dry, setting sprays will almost start to get a little sticky or tacky before they set. When that happens, you want to take your beauty blender and then press this in to seal everything in and set it into the makeup, and this is going to help hold everything on. I'm going to take a little bit of powder through my T-zone because this particular spray does tend to set a little bit shiny, and this is going to seal in the deal and complete the look, and I will not need to worry about my makeup all day or all night. I hope this helps you guys, and if this is not going to be an everyday routine for you, this may be great for special occasions, weddings, brides, photo shoots, anytime you're going to be outdoors and you're concerned about your makeup staying on and looking flawless. I'm showing you all great products that are reasonable, long wearing, and can withstand the heat and humidity. Share it with a friend if you think this will be beneficial for them. And if anyone is curious about the rest of the look that I'm wearing, I will include it underneath. Just click to expand underneath the box here from the video. I'll have all the other colors and products that I have on. The eyes that I have on are actually from this Carly Bible palette, which Carly Bible did a palette with BH Cosmetics, and I gotta tell y'all, this palette is only like, I think $13 with tax. It's crazy inexpensive from BH Cosmetics. I'll include a link for this too. And that's the eye look, and the highlighters I wear pretty much most of the time are from this palette. So really great steal for just kind of everyday colors and things that you can use all the time for $12 or $13. It's crazy. The lashes I'm wearing are from the Cream Shop, which I've been really enjoying recently. And then I discovered these lipsticks that are extremely long lasting, Very lightweight, feel very velvety on the lip, and are really pretty colors. Shockingly, I found them at the drugstore. You heard it right. The drugstore. Kate Moss collaborated with Rimmel and came out with these lipsticks, and I have them in like 6 different shades now because they are incredibly long lasting and they stay on and they look great. So I hope you all enjoy. Tune back in again. I'm going to be going over how to shop for foundations for your skin type and age soon, which I'm still working on that one. I'm doing a little research on some new foundations right now, so that's why it's taking me a little while. Subscribe so I can let you know whenever that video comes out. Y'all have a good one. Come back and see me soon.